Hey everyone, welcome to A Convo with Legends, brought to you by Artesia Pro and EFNOTE drums. I'm your host for tonight. My name is Mike Bedard, and I'm the product specialist and drum expert for Artesia Pro. And my mind is blown because episode 2, we've got Steve Ferrone in here tonight with his band. Can't say enough about this guy. He's kind of taken us in and let us share our product with him. That is, by the way, going to market officially. So we are now officially shipping. So woohoo! That's a little kickoff party for that. So with no further ado, I'd like to introduce to you Steve Ferrone.
Good evening, everybody. It's funny. It's like no reaction. It's kind of like doing my radio show. To talk to people, just trust that they're there. Well, I know I've got some friends out there, and but there's a whole bunch of people, and it's really nice to be here with you. And we got a great band here, and we're gonna play a few things. I'm actually, I've got to sing something, so don't leave. I mean, if you got to go to the bathroom, I'll go now. But I'm going to sing a little something, but I'm not really going to sing. I'm going to kind of rap. It's my way of rapping. Spoken word. And thank you, Michael, for having me with these EFNOTE drums.
Absolutely.
I mean, most of everybody out there used to seeing me with my Gretches and acoustic set and everything. And I played these at the NAMM show, and they're really good. I mean, I wouldn't be playing them if they weren't. Let's put it that way. So we're going to have a bit of fun with it tonight and see what these things do. They play a little bit differently than a real drum kit, but they're really something else. It's really a nice product. And so anyways, we're going to put them through their paces a little bit, and we'll see. Hopefully they won't screw up. And if they screw up, then it's on Michael. All right, so we'll do something a little bit familiar for you, and then I'll sing. So I'm going to sing the second song, so if you can hold it for the first song, and then go to the bathroom. All right. be so many things that we could explore.
Hey baby, I can walk you home.
If it starts to rain,
And if it starts to rain,
we could take some shelter.
I'd like to hold your little hand.
My head is spinning like a helter-skelter.
Oh,
We'll get to each other if we can.
she said, hey, wait a minute.
Hold on. She said,
Whenever I stop to think what it feels like to feel for the first time, wasn't really real. She said, look boy, don't you touch, that ain't much, it's only a schoolboy crush.
but I can't take no chance.
Don't want nobody else to know.
There's got to be some way to start our romance. Oh yeah.
We should take it nice and slow.
If we play it cool,
Play it cool.
it'll be alright.
Don't let the teacher catch us talking, yeah.
And after school, it will be out of sight.
Everybody's gonna think we're just gonna walk in. Oh,
She said,
wait a minute. Hold on.
she said,
Just a little bit. Whenever I stop to think what it feels like to feel for the first time, wasn't really real. She said, look boy, don't you touch, that ain't much, it's only a schoolboy crush. Look boy, don't you touch, that ain't much, it's only a schoolboy crush.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Know that you're the one for me.
It's only a schoolboy crush.
Hey, baby, you know I love you.
It's only a schoolboy crush.
Meet me behind the bleachers, and we'll have some fun.
It's only a schoolboy crush.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All good children go to heaven.
It's only a schoolboy crush.
Let's do that one more time with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All good children go to heaven. was a little bit of a pervy version, wasn't it? A little bit pervy.
Spoken word.
Okay, so we probably got half the people now that came in the beginning.
No, that was a debut.
So thank you very much and good night.
Hey, I want to say hello to everybody that's in the chat room. It looks like we've got about 400 people in the chat room. And
Are they all talking at once?
they kind of are. It's like a band.
I knew that singing would like bring him as a showstopper.
Yeah. We're getting tons of comments on your smile. James? No,
Thank you.
no, I wanted to take a minute to explain something profound when it comes to putting your instrument on a pro. And James is, Steve is on a level that is so rare. There's a very...
So's James.
Yeah, this is true. This is true. But when you have, Tom Petty, Eric Clapton, Shaka Khan, Average White Band, Duran Duran, Pat Metheny, my favorite musician on earth, they all call James, and
No,
Steve.
they
all
call Steve
call
too.
James to get Steve's phone number, so that
And I go like this.
It's okay. He's been drinking. It's been drinking. He hasn't been the same since New Year's Eve, isn't it?
something shook. No, but I got to tell you what an honor it is to have him playing the new EFNOTE 5 drum kit, because you can sound bad on these, right? Because they play like a real drum kit. This guy plays them the way they're supposed to be played, and is seriously one of the greatest drummers on the planet.
Yeah, and even if you can't pull the sound out of it, thank you. That's really
the
nice of you.
Yeah, it's the truth.
I don't know if you see it, but I'm actually blushing right now. The great thing about these is that, okay, a real drum kit, you really have to pull the sound out of it. This one, you don't have to work so hard. I work hard anyways because it's just something that I do. But it does respond to dynamics, and it responds very well. It responds differently. But if you're learning and you want to do the motor skills and you want to sound good at the same time, sometimes it's a little bit too much. But this is a great thing to be able to practice your motor skills on and sound good at the same time, and basically have some fun.
Right.
Because the thing that I love about making music is that I've James, I played with him for years. Jason, I played with for years. But I'll have to look down here. Look, Bobby, this is the first time we played, right? Never met you before. No. And Michael, same thing. So half of the fun in music is sitting down and being able to play with friends. Right. There's a lot of people now that are stuck in apartments that are not all fortunate like I have my own studio. So people can come over, my friends can come over to my studio and play. But not everybody has that luxury. And something like this is incredible for being able to sit down and plug in here like we're plugged in now. Yep. Nobody's complaining. I wouldn't think anybody, if somebody was next door, they wouldn't even complain about the noise. Well, maybe the guitarist, because, guitarists always got to got to have their amps and stuff. Saxophone, well, maybe the saxophone, maybe they complain. But other than that, we'd be good, wouldn't we, James? Just me and you would be good. But for that, and in a professional setting as well, I've had these drums in my studio last couple of weeks. I've had them in there, and I cut a track, and man, they work really, really well. I mean,
yeah, I got to hear the.
And I'm not a tech head.
Right.
I got a witness, right? I'm the worst tech head probably drummer that you ever met.
But you hire tech heads, and that's great.
Right, I guess.
There's a really simple system with the set where it's 8 channels of audio that goes in, and MIDI, and it's all through USB. So it's just plug and play. You pull up 8 channels on whatever DAW you're using, and it shows up 8 channels. Kick through overheads, basically. So if you do have just a simple setup with a laptop, you could just pop up your laptop, open up Pro Tools or Logic, and just plug and play, put it in, and you're ready to track. And like Steve said, I got a chance to hear this like an Afrobeat thing that he recorded, and it sounded incredible. So
It did sound pretty good, didn't it?
it sounded really good.
Yeah, I actually mixed and matched both of my studio kit and this together, and it really worked.
Yeah.
Really worked well.
Yeah, it was good. But just to be able to apply it in a normal day to day, like you said, people that are stuck in their apartment or their condo or don't have the studio, I think that it's a great option for that, and it's just
Yeah, I mean, and to play with your friends as well. I mean, it sounds decent, you know. I mean,
For sure.
it really does sound decent, and you sit there with your friends and you play with your friends and you have fun playing with your friends, making some music.
yeah, man.
You know, it's just that's the deal.
And how did it start for you with like?
We nowhere near as good as it. I mean,
Yeah.
the stuff that's entry level that they have nowadays is that if I could have had that, I would have been over the moon. It was just an old bass drum that was about as big as I was. It's like a huge thing like this, and an old snare drum, and another deep old snare drum that I took the snares off and used that as a tom tom.
Right.
You know, I got a photograph of it somewhere. It's so awful.
And you were tap dancing, right? Before?
And I was tap dancing before.
Like
that.
the greats.
That's right.
Like all the great big band drummers that
That's
were tap
right.
dancers.
Yeah, Gad was Gad is not was is a tap dancer too.
Yeah, yeah. And Belson was, right?
Yeah, Buddy Rich.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome. What about Johnny Carson?
Uh,
Because I know he ripped some.
I don't know.
Drums,
He looked like he was a hoofer.
Yeah, he felt.
Sammy Davis Jr. used to play.
Absolutely, yeah.
he could
It's
play, he
crazy.
could play.
YouTube has brought all that back now. It's amazing. You can find all those.
Yeah. Who was the other guy? The other tap. He died of cancer. He was a great guy.
Gregory Hines?
Gregory Hines.
Yeah.
He was a good drummer. I met him.
Right.
I met him in New York. He
Wow.
was amazing drummer.
Yeah.
Really good drummer.
Yeah,
Big band
amazing
drummer.
performer too. Jeez.
Yeah. So I give tap dancing lessons cheap. $50 a minute, and
Hey, could you tell the chat room about the Uncle Bunny's? The little club that you were playing.
oh
in?
yeah, I used to play in this little club in Brighton, Uncle Bonnie's Chinese Jazz Club.
Chinese jazz. Okay, where's Uncle Bunny's?
It was called that, and I think it was called not the Flamingo. It might have been the Rainbow Room that they called it as well. It was in the aquarium in Brighton, and it didn't seem like much at the time, but we used to open for the Who. The Who used to play. We could probably get like 150 people in this club,
Wow.
and the Who used to come down and play in there.
And how old were you when it?
I was 12
Yeah. Wow,
Yeah.
man. Yeah.
Amazing.
in a blues band.
And then what took you internationally? Like I mean, obviously you're over
Well,
in Europe, you're a lot closer
it was
to other countries.
first I went by car, and then I took a train,
rim shot.
and then I took a. Well, I went to Italy for a week, and I stayed for 3 years
Wow.
because I love Italy. I don't know if there's any Italians that actually made onto this thing here. I'm going to play them something. They know what it is. It's this drum fill that they said I was made famous for it, but it's in Italy. They said every drummer has to learn it. It was just I just played this Benny Benjamin thing, and I was playing somebody else's drum kit. I was playing Manu Katchi's drum kit.
No way. Wow.
And he had this little splash cymbal like that, so I just hit that instead of going. I thought, as a splash cymbal there.
Was it for an Italian artist?
For Italian artists, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then I noticed that when we were there, the first time that I came up to your place, you also had just recorded with another Italian artist.
Yeah, that was Numa. Her name's Numa. He's married to Phil Palmer. You know Phil Palmer.
Yeah,
We used to play together with Eric Clapton.
Nice.
They still like me in Italy. I don't know why, but they do.
Kind of likable, man.
Maybe because I left there a long time ago.
Yeah. And so how did your recording career start? Like, what was the beginnings of that?
Well, I mean, I went into a studio with a guy named Lally Stott, and he asked me to he had a song, and he needed an introduction for this song, he played it, and it was a bubblegum song, And he said, I just need this drum thing for it to start it off. And he's like, where's your mama gone? Where's your mama gone? So I played that.
Maybe because I left it.
That kind of worked. And he said, well, do you want a piece of the writing of this, or do you want 100,000 lira? It sounds like a lot. It was actually £40 then, so it was about.
I went into the studio
now. Well, and I said, give me the money.
Of course.
Yeah, bubblegum, it was a big bubblegum hit all over the planet. A load of people covered it. Katie Kissoon had a massive hit with it in England. And so that was the beginning. But then I went to sort of on to learn my craft when I started playing with these guys, the Piranhas in France, and we'd do sessions in Nice, little sessions for Radio Monte Carlo and stuff like that. And I was going to music school there. And then I went back to England and started to work with Brian Auger, and we cut an album, Closer to It.
Wow.
And was it Closer to It, or was it Oblivion Express? I think, no, Closer to It was, he was having that success with Closer to It. And I played on the album, I forget what it was called now. But anyways. And then I was playing with a band called Gonzales, which was a bunch of studio musicians. And we went and played in Ronnie Scott's, and this producer came down named Mike Vernon, and he said, okay, he said, listen, I want this band, I'm doing this record, and I want this band to play on it and back this American blues singer up. Who is it? Is it Freddie King?
Oh, wow.
So my first real studio album, I always credit as my first job as a session man, was with Freddie King, Burglar album, and that was a lot of fun. Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah, it was a pretty good start.
Yeah.
How old were you?
I was 23, 24.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Hey, we've got a little surprise for you. If you pull out one of your ears.
And he said,
It's a Q-tip.
It's a Q-tip.
You win a Q-tip. Yeah. No, we got somebody here that wants to talk to you.
Who's that?
Blues singer.
Ah, my mate Nate.
So my first real
Look at him.
studio
He's talking to somebody else. Look.
We got delay.
job as a session man now. I was a session man.
Any second there, he's going to wake up. Look.
That's
Oh, Nathan.
This is pretty good stuff. Yeah. I was.
Nathan, what are you wearing?
26, 27,
Oh, hey, bro.
28, 29.
Hey, yeah. Hey. My mate Steve. What are you doing?
And you're playing with your brother.
What's going on?
Are we in real time, or has he got a delay too?
Yeah, I think I could take this off. Hey, man. I love you.
I love you too. How are you doing? Happy New Year.
Now it's on its way back.
Nice shirt, by the way.
You like it? I wore it just for you.
Wait, can I hear Steve? My mate Steve. What are you doing?
He's listening to the thing now.
Hey, is he behaving himself? No. Yeah, I think I can take this off. Hey, man.
I am.
I love you.
I love you too. How are you doing? Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year. I have a big delay, but nice shirt, by the way.
You like it?
Can I hear Steve? Anyway, I think I have a delay, but it's good to see you. I just want to say, everybody, you're listening to the greatest drummer ever, and take notes. I'm taking notes right here. You just took me back to my college days. Anita and I were dancing around, listening to Pick Up the Pieces, and we love you.
But don't say anything about listening to Marvin Gaye. Marvin Gaye was my introduction. When I meet a lady, I put on Marvin Gaye, and it was all over.
Anyway, I think I have a delay, but it's good to see you. I just want to say, everybody, you're listening to the greatest drummer ever, and take notes. I'm taking notes right here.
That's so nice.
You just took me back to my college days. Anita and I were dancing around, listening to pick up the pieces. And
you guys want to pop another song?
Yeah.
We did this,
what we doing?
Right. We won't say anything.
I love you.
Number two, yeah, baby. Number one one is gonna be number one. Hey! I think I'm done with this, you know what I'm saying? Listen. Oh, girl. What you got to say?
All of you.
That's a fun little jam.
I'm your audience of one. Hey, I know that we're having some delay issues, right, on the stream. So I just wanted to apologize about the audio lag on there. But I did want to jump in and shout out some of these little chat room shout outs. Looks like from all over the world. Let's see, what's the kit? Allie Loves Drum says, what's the kit? I missed it. Anyone in here? Oh, anyone hear the name? This is the EFNOTE 5. EFNOTE 5. EFNOTE 5. And let's see. That's me. And that was a while ago. Steve sounds great. Band sounds great.
Great, just great.
Super stupendous. Let's see, we have one from Phil. How much do these EDrums cost? These start at, let's see, $2,500 is with the hardware. That's where the kit begins, and that's an introductory cost. And let's see, kit sounds like an acoustic, especially that snare. Yes, loving the snare. So there's some settings on the kit to get ambience. It's got 3 different rooms that you can, throw on the drums. It's got 3 different halls you could put on. It has a plate verb. We did some videos earlier on when we had earlier versions of the kit that didn't quite have that, and it was a little more dry. But that's the ambience that you're hearing is actually coming from the kit. We're not washing that out in the board. Let's see. Hey, Jason. We got.
What do you mean? Hey, Jason.
Hey.
Young
Yes.
Jason Weber.
So DJ says, Steve, your feel is a showstopper.
Yes.
He's right.
Yes.
Thank you.
Show stopped. What happened? Drum Tiger. Let's see. How's his name right? Wow, there's so much in here. This is a.
Any hate ones? I like the hate ones.
Let's see if we can find some hate.
Oh,
Oh, we found a hate one.
Oh, great, cool.
What
Let me
a
have a go at
groove.
that one.
That's about as hate as it gets. But something that I was wondering about was, can you tell us about, like, I know that adopting, electronic drums in the industry when it was starting to hit in big waves, the different chapters of it. Tell us about how you made the transition when you had to, like when you were doing the Michael stuff, or.
Well, yeah. I mean, when I first came across them was I think it was blinded me with science, and who was that who did? I forget the name of the guy who did that. What was
Thomas Dolby, right?
Thomas Dolby, that's
Yeah.
right, yeah. And he that's when the Simmons first came out, the ones that you would almost break your arm if you. It's like hitting Formica. It was hit right up to the. But it had a sound. It had a certain sound that was really cool. But I mean, before that there was always the Simmons. I mean, not the Simmons, the Syndrums, and. I'd used them on a couple of things, doing some stuff with Average White Band. I think we used triggers on those things. Oh no, it was the Simmons that we used triggers on for I Feel For You, on the toms and everything. But I was when I first started hearing them with Thomas Dolby, I thought that they had electric drums had something about them that was a characteristic that was interesting. And I've got to say that I really like playing all electric. I don't really like too much mixing it with a real. At one point with the Simmons, they were mixing like Simmons toms with and I didn't like. The only thing that I liked to do was like on I Feel For You, and people would turn around and say, that's a drum machine on I Feel For You, and I'd say, yeah, you're talking to it, because what I did was I played I Feel For You, and then I overdubbed an electronic hi-hat, a Simmons hi-hat, and it gave it a certain kind of texture, a kind of color, and so that worked for me. But I'll get back to this. I was playing with I was doing a record with George Duke, and there was a guy who passed away a few years ago, a guy named Raymond Jones, who was a friend of mine from New York, and he wrote a song called "Stay With Me Tonight," and we cut "Stay With Me Tonight" and with a real drum kit, and they sort of took the track, but I'd started hearing this Thomas Dolby record, and I said to George, I called around and I found there was an English guy who programmed the Simmons for that, and he lives up in Los Angeles, and I got in touch with him, and I asked him if I could get one of those kits over to have a crack at this "Stay With Me Tonight" song, and he said sure. So I called George up and I said, listen, George, I said, I really like to try and use one of these Simmons drum kits on there. And he said, what is it? I said, it's electronic drum kit. He said, no, syn drums. I don't want any syn drums, because the syn drums was kind of done then. They were all going, doo, doo. That was about all they did with them. Yeah. And I said, no, George is not syn drums. This is something different. This is an electronic drum kit. And he said, no, he says, I don't want any Simmons. I don't want any. And I said, I tell you what, I'm going to get it brought over to your house, to the studio, and we'll plug the thing in, and I got the guys going to program it, and we'll play it. And they came over and we played it, and sure enough, that's what we had. It had its place. I always felt that it had its place. Like I say, I was never really over keen on mixing and matching acoustic drums with electronic drums, but I do like playing an electronic kit in its entirety for the song. I'm one of those guys that they say I play for a song, and these things have their place in recording, recording certain music, certain songs. I think sound better with the way that these things sound, with the presence of an electronic drum kit. Yeah.
And so what about when you were in the studio and you were being asked to play electronics and you wanted to just go cut it on the live? Well,
yeah, I mean, Michael Jackson asked me to play Earth Song on electronic, on a Simmons drum kit, an electronic drum kit, and I said to him, well, why would you want to cut a song called Earth Song on an electronic drum set? And Bill Bottrell was the engineer, and he got a magnificent drum. We had a really magnificent drum sound going, But Michael wanted to have an electronic drum kit on there, so I said, okay, I'll do it. I'll do it for you, right? But I want to do a pass on that after. Once I got it, I'll do a pass for you. And this was back in the days when you always had double triggering. You'd hit the drum once and it would so we found the part, and I played it, and then we went in and had to take out the little double triggering stuff and everything that happened, and cleaned it all up. And then we called Michael, came in, and he sat there and he listened to it, and he said, yeah, that's good, that's really good. I said, I'm going to do one pass now on the real drum kit. And he said, no, that's okay, you don't have to do it. And I said, hey, we had a deal. What is this? Michael Jackson Welch is on the deal. And he said, okay, you'll just do it, and I'll give me a call when it's done. So we went up, and I knew what it was, and just did one pass with those real drums, and just the air that they moved and the way that they felt in that song was just the deal, And Michael made a call, and he came back about 20 minutes later. He showed up, and he sat there, and he listened to the song. And as soon as those drums entered, he was up and he was dancing around, and he was sold on it. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. But like I say, "Stay With Me Tonight" was a big hit too, and that was you know, that it just needed that sound. With the response of an electronic kit just seemed to work much better. It didn't sound right to me. The tone of the drums didn't sound right, and everything has its place. Everything's musical.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
I mean, they used to play the blues on a guitar string on a telegraph pole. You ever see the guys do that? They had like a piece of wire attached to a telegraph. Michael, see Michael. They attach a piece of wire to a telegraph pole, and then they play the blues on that.
Wow.
You know, so it's all music.
Yeah.
It's music.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
And what about with Petty? Were you ever asked to?
No, he's Mr. Vintage. He was
That's what it feels like. Yeah.
He was Mr. I mean, we used to take vintage amps and all kinds of stuff on the road with us, you know, as vintage guitars and
Sure,
amps,
yeah.
and you know, he just wanted to hear like a really good, you know.
And it never came up. Nobody ever tried as it was getting more and more popular through the years.
No.
That's
Well, I
awesome.
mean, when he did "Don't Come Around Here No More," that was about as close as he got to it, you know.
Yeah.
And,
All verbed out.
yeah. And even then, at the end, he had Stan play the rock bit because
Right.
it just felt better.
Yeah.
Yeah. But for the actual song itself, it felt pretty good.
Yeah.
But you know, then again, playing it, you know, it's this repeat pattern through the song that works in the recording. But playing it live, to play that pattern all the way through, like, it just wouldn't make it. So I had to find a way to play that with a real drum kit, so that it would indicate to the audience that this is the song that we're playing, and then play it as a real drum kit, as the drummer would play, sit down and just play it, not something that was fashioned from an electronic program.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, would you feel comfortable doing if this was in the kit?
If I would have played this, I would not in the kit. I would have played this.
Yeah.
It's always weird, you know. If you're sitting behind a real drum kit and you have this sound coming out of it, it just doesn't feel right. If you're sitting behind this, and you got real sound coming out of it, then you're laughing. This is if you get this has got really good organic sound,
Right.
to it, you know, without messing with it or anything.
Yeah.
You know, and go through some of the sounds that are in here, and I have fun just going backwards and forwards through the sounds that you.
Yeah. Could you show us some?
Yeah, sure. Let me see. And I have no idea what this is going to be, but we'll find something, and we'll find something to play. That's pretty standard. This is a birch. Nice. A nice birch drum kit. Let's get something a little bit stranger. Oh, we're just reggaeing out there.
That's awesome.
Is it?
The side stick is one of the first things that grabbed me. Well, the side stick and the splash, because once I sat down and played and felt how responsive and how dynamic it was, that blew my mind. That's kind of what sold me on the kit.
Where's my favorite one? Where's my favorite one? Oh, there's one in there that I really love. Ah.
Yeah.
I was getting into that.
Yeah,
I was getting into that one. There was another one that I loved. What's it? This one that I really like. This one. You're gonna get there any second now. It's gonna show up. No, it's not that one. No. It's around here somewhere. No. What did you do with it? You lost it. Ah. Oh. Is it time to play Name That Tune?
Might as well. Hey, I know that there's the 30-second delay, so he's going to sit on this beat for a minute. But if anybody can name this beat, we're going to play Name That Groove, okay? You're going to win a T-shirt. So the first, you guys all, yeah. First person to name this song and the artist is going to get a T-shirt. We'll be looking in the chat room here. We got a winner, baby. Yes.
Who is it?
Dominic A. Umesh. You got lucky. Oh, wait. Something. Oh, nope. Shiva Umesh. I think they're a thing. Both of the Umeshes are sitting next to each other on a couch with two laptops.
It was
I think.
probably the chick that got it right. Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely going to Shiva.
And if you're married, because you got the same last name, I'd just let her have it. Just let her have the T-shirt.
Yeah. Shiva, we're gonna reach out to you. We've got your name and your email in here, so we'll reach out to you to get your shirt size. You'll get a EFNOTE shirt, brand new off the presses. And there was one question in here that was great. I'd like to hear. Sorry, it's hard to read this. I'd like to hear from Steve some anecdotes about "You Don't Know How It Feels" by Tom Petty. In that song, he doesn't do a drum fill or a crash.
No, I don't. Ha ha! Well spotted, that man.
Yes.
Yeah. Well.
That's Roberto Segala. Great question.
Yeah. Well. Tom came up with that song. It was the first song I cut. It was the first song I cut with the Heartbreakers. Well, actually, it was just me and Mike and Tom. at the time, and in the studio, and he had that. He came up with that song, and you know, I've never really been one to play a fill if it doesn't really need one, you know. And that song was just it was kind of a we will rock you sort of a boom, boom, you know, and that was kind of all that it really needed. But what happened was it did seem to require some crashes. So they had the drum set up in a big room in Sound City, and they had room mics up and around. And I think Mike's guitar amps were in the other room. Tom's were too, in another room. There was all these little rooms that had different amps in it. And Tom was set up to sing in the room. He had a booth where he would sing. And we started to play the song and sort of work out what it was, the shape of it. And we got round to doing a take, and we did a take. I think it was probably about, we did one take. And then Rick Rubin came into the studio, and he said, you know, I don't like the sound of the cymbals in the room. It's just too bright. It's just too overpowering in the room with the room mics and all this echoing around. He said, what can we do about that? And I said, well, I could do a pass. You know, I'll just play without doing the crashes, and I'll overdub the crashes. And so that's how that song just got cut. We just played it. I just played it like that, and that was it. And then after that, he came in, and he said, "Okay, let's do another one. It's okay. We got the cymbals under control now, so you know you can hit the cymbals whenever you feel like it." And so we spent the rest of that day cutting different versions and different ways of maybe slightly different ways, maybe adding a fill or two, playing a little bit more here and one of them, one shake or something, and we spent all day doing that. And then the record came out, and a friend of mine in Nashville called me up, and he said, "Is that you playing on that Tom Petty record? That new what is it? You don't know?" I didn't even know what it was. "You don't know how it feels." I said, "Oh yeah, that was me." And he said, "It's driving me crazy. There's no crashes on that cymbal." No cymbal crashes on that record. And it was yeah. So it was like, I think, maybe second or third take, something like that. We had it, and it was just the way. You know, there was just the three of us. It was really bare. I mean, it's a pretty sparse track. I mean, there's layering guitars when it comes to the chorus. The chorus. It feels like there's a crash of the sound, the tone that Mike Campbell had on the jang, jang, jang. I don't know what guitar he was using on it. Might have been a Rickenbacker or something that he was using on there, was something that made a jangle.
Yeah.
And when it hits the chorus, it really does seem to have that splash of but it's all done with guitars. And I was just laid off the cymbals. I was going to overdub them. I don't even know if I did. I might have even overdubbed them. Huh. And they just decided to leave them off, maybe. I don't really remember. Totally. If I'd have known it was going to be such an important song, I would have paid more attention.
That probably would have ruined it, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's super controlled. I love a great producer will take you and just have you do something so simple.
Yeah. And
then you just play along and lay it in there the way they see it with the big picture.
Well, you know, there's a story that I always tell about Arif Mardin when we cut "I Feel for You." I think it was like one of the first times. I don't know if it was the first time, but it was in the early days of starting to control a drum track, to just record, just to lay down a drum track before, you know, he didn't want the feel of a drum machine. He wanted the control of the sound of the drums. Mm-hmm. And so I went into oh no, it wasn't "I Feel for You." It was Absolute and Would-Be's by Scritti Politti.
Wow.
And when it went into the we went into Power Station. Oh my God! Look at that! Look at that! See the keyboard stand went over. we went into the power station, and I had on the drums. I mean, they were triggering Simmons. They had all kinds of like microphones on the top and underneath the tom toms, as well as the everything. They had mics everywhere. They had mics all over the studio. Jason Cosaro was the engineer. God rest his soul. And he put half of the room through a harmonizer and tuned down half of the room, and had the other half. I don't know whether he tuned it up or whether he just left it as it was. Wow. But it was excruciatingly painful. I sat there and all I had was a click, and it had this one little drum beat in there that had. I had to go bap boom bap bap bap. It was basically that. And when you're sitting there and you're just cruising with just a click in the drums, I mean, there was nothing like when you play with a band, you have to sort of hear yourself, so you adjust your levels so that you can hear yourself, and you play harder. Everybody plays to a balance, but you play harder. And Arif came in and he said, you're not really hitting the drums hard enough. You're not getting the sound out of them, And I said, wow, it's just me, He said, you need to hit them harder. He says, I'll tell you what. I was still with Average White Band at that time, but we were having our difficulties and we were almost leaving Arista Records. And Clive Davis is just not one of my favorite people. So Ari said to me, he said, why don't you imagine Clive Davis's face on the drums? And I said I could do that.
Did they sample in the ooch, ouch, ooch, ouch, ooch, ouch, ooch? And that's how we cut with my. It does have a little snap on it, doesn't it? Hey, we've got some others here in the chat room. Now there's a super long line of songs, but
there's a whole bunch of Clive Davis's relatives there.
yeah. Tell us about. Let's see, from Chip Viennas, he's saying Duran Duran wedding album, probably some electronic drumming or triggering too, and then he says Ordinary World, etc.
Ordinary World, no.
Yeah, I used to put that in my headphones and play to it constantly when that came out. There's basically. The sound that you get on electronic drums is sound that's processed, right? And so it's a real drum sound that's processed. And so, some guys when they're mixing, they process the drums and they come out sound in a certain way. And I mean, you got a kit in here called the studio kit. It sounds like a Yamaha in the studio to me. It's just what they sound like. And but when you're on top of them, they don't sound that way. After they've been processed, then that's how they sound. Unlike my Gretches, which sound like me. That's what I like about Gretsch drums. So they sound. What's that? A 1950?
I got a 1950 Gretsch Broadcaster. It's beautiful.
And you said that was Lawrence Welk's drummer's kit?
Yes, it was.
Wow.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, I sat down.
In there, and plays itself, doesn't it? Near enough.
Just this guy, he lit the room up on his Gretsch kit, and that you hear a heavy player for the first. Like I remember the very first time I heard a heavy player play not amplified. It was Zach Nager from In Town, incredible drummer, and I remember being in his living room and just hearing the way he was footing everything and hitting everything. Well, Steve has such a relaxed thing, and what blew my mind was seeing him play our kit, seeing that translate from the Gretsch kit. That when he played it, my eyes were blinking, on the backbeat, and you got so much weight and warmth in it. And then you sat down on this and played it exactly the same. And I was like, oh, thank you, because you don't know when you give these to a pro if they're gonna go, oh, that's trash, So that was a testament. That gave me a ton of confidence.
And I will repeat. if I didn't like them, I wouldn't be here today.
For sure. Yeah, man.
That's real easy. And talking about the playability of them, I mean, it's a world of difference between this and hammering on Formica that they used to use on that used to hurt right up to the elbow.
SD5s, right? The Simmons.
Ow. Yeah.
I still have my brain, my SD2 brain with from
Yeah.
whatever 88. Let's see. Question: please share your insights and wisdom on your approach on recording a new original song. Question mark.
First of all, you find out what the artist and the songwriter want, what they want from it, and then you give it to them, and then you own it. You make it yours. And so you find out first what they want. What you're in a service position. You know, unless they come on to you and say, "I don't know what to do with this," you know, you find out what they're looking for out of the song. You know, pay attention if necessary. If they do ask you what you want to, pay attention to the lyrics. You know, because you have to make it sound right for the lyric, or maybe make it sound totally wrong for the lyric and make it right. You know,
Right.
There's an artistry. There's an art to making music. You know, and I think that the art of making music is the start comes from listening to what's going on, listening to how somebody's singing the song, listening to the tempo that they're singing the song in. You know, I always say to people, you know, you see me back there with Tom Petty, and I'm singing. It looks like I'm singing the songs. I'm not just singing the songs. I'm making sure that he's got enough room in the tempo to get these lyrics in.
Yeah. Even the way that when you sang that, you know, the song that you recorded way back in Italy.
Right.
When you played that sounded amazing, and you were just kind of, you know, going through it, singing the
That's
part, but
singing
it was so relaxed and musical.
Yeah, that's basically it. You play for the song. You know.
Yeah, seriously.
I think any drummer that you see, all the drummers that you see now, look, you know, you can go to these drum clinics and you can see guys play impossible stuff. I mean, absolutely impossible stuff. I mean, I've seen these guys, Marco Miniman, I mean, all these guys that sit there and they play, they're so fast and they're playing all this stuff, you know, and it's incredible, and they've worked incredibly hard to do that, you know. But if you feel discouraged when you go and see that, you don't have to do that. Right. All you got to do is and make it feel good. That's it, right there.
That feels real.
As a matter of fact, I feel like writing a song now. I mean, basically, that's it. It's just that's all you need to do, and you'll have the most fun that you ever had in your life sitting down when the other guys start playing with you and they get into that pocket. And that's not easy to do. Not everybody can play just a 2 and 4 like that. I play this all day.
That's the joy of frustrating all the drummers in the room. It's like, do something.
Yeah, no. This is all I need to do. There's guys that pay me money just to send in this so they could write a song to it. I get flown all over the world to do this. I tell you how second nature it is to me. Je parle français, je parle français très bien. J'ai vécu 3 ans en France.
Oui.
Je fais mes études à Nice. Didn't go anywhere, did it? No.
L'important.
Parlo anche italiano io.
I love it.
So it's like, look, you know what? That's the joy of making music. You know, if you want to sit around and learn all that other stuff, you know, you can do that. It doesn't always record very well. You know, there are a lot of hit songs with that stuff on there. You know, you hear stuff played like within. When people use those techniques, it's within the song.
Yeah.
You know. And,
Sorry. What about like when you're working with an artist and like you're coming in, you're filling somebody else's shoes, or you're coming in and the artist is hearing it differently. You've learned the record or whatever, and once
that's
it's
the thing.
live and they want to remix that thing, how do you approach that?
I have to say that I've never. That's not the way that I work. I mean, I learn songs more than I learn drums.
Right.
Right. So I'll sit down and I listen to a song, and I hear the things that the standout things, and then I'll start to play, and sometimes I remember Listen to a Heart. I mean, it's just a simple song. I always, when I first listened to the song, I always thought. Dun, 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 be-do-do-do-do. No, it's not that. It's a. Dun, 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 dun. It's a small difference. Dun, dun, dun. But if I play when I started playing like that, Howie Epstein turned around and went. And that's what it is. So, but I'd say, listen to the song first. Don't listen to the drums and find out or copy note for note what the drummer's doing. Listen to the song and play the song. If somebody wants something different in there, they say, "Oh, can you do that there? Or can you make it feel good?"
Yeah.
Right. Oh, that feels. Sometimes they say, "Wow, that feels good. We should have cut it that way."
Yeah. Yeah. These are diamonds of wisdom for all the players out there, me included.
Well, I hope so. I mean,
diamonds and pearls, true.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's if you're sitting there, if you're going to play somebody's song and basically you're trying to think about how you can promote yourself, and you're sitting there and you go and play some fancy fills all over the place, and a songwriter's going to look and say, no, that's not what I want. I want to hear my song. I don't want to hear, play less drums and play the song more. Yeah. A friend of mine told me that one. That was a good one. He got that from a producer once. Yeah. Decided he was going to impress a producer in his early days. Came up with this like really flashy drum introduction, and they got about two bars into it, and the producers just Mr. Drummer, if you just play like less drums and play the song more, we'll be all right. We'll get along.
So do you want to play a little more Name That Groove?
Oh yeah. What have we got on here? We had some stuff, didn't we?
Yeah, we do.
Oh, okay.
All right, everybody. So with this little delay, we're gonna let the beat ride for a little while until somebody hops in and grabs the name of the song and the name of the artist, and you win a shirt. A shirt. Y'all ready for a hint? Who in the band has it? Just a show of hands. This is the beat that Steve was talking about. Mega artist. Sang in a trio with Larry Graham and Prince. And they actually took a half hour of the Arsenio Hall show just to play this singer. Oh, we got it. Okay, it's Dominic Anzalone got it again. I feel for you, Shaka Khan. So this time he got it. Good job, Dominic. You. We'll email you about the shirt size and be sending you something nice. All right, you wanna run another?
Yeah, I got a difficult one.
Okay, we got deep cuts. Deep cuts.
Okay, here we go. Ah.
For you nerds, it's in 7. Whew. This song is from a super renowned guitar player. We're getting there. This guy's band had Lyle Mays playing keyboards for him. R.I.P. This is on an album called Secret Story. We've got the artist. Not the song yet. Kai got Pat Metheny's song. Come on, get on your Apple Music, people. Okay, I'm gonna give it a countdown from 10, but in 7. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 7, 4, 3. We got Pat Metheny. Come on, just a little further. And cut. Nah, we didn't get that one. Nobody got it. Nobody. That's a deep cut. Oh, so close. You know, I think we might have to give it to, well, so Brad H says above the trees.
Close.
But yeah, same album. That's the first one. Above the treetops, you're right. Keep going. What do we got?
Above the treetop is.
I want to say it's the third. I want to say it's the 4th song on the album. It's the 4th song, I believe, on the album. The riff goes. Come on. Nope, almost. Well, it's finding is believing. Pat Metheny. So.
Okay. Try this one. I haven't got it on the list, but it's a good one. This is a good one.
So misled. We're starting to get it. Eric Alexandrakis said so misled. No, wait, do we have an inside? Was that an insider?
He's an insider. He knows all about stuff.
Okay.
Duran.
Well, hey, we're gonna send you an extra tight T-shirt, guy. Yeah, we're gonna cut.
Send him an extra large one because he's only little.
Yeah.
I knew he was going to be here too. I should have just said everybody can answer this except Eric.
Yeah. It took a minute, and let's see. Somebody Somebody else got it too a little later.
They just wanted to
Kai.
play it.
Kai got it. Kai, are you being honest? No. Let's see. What else we have?
They just wanted you to play it long enough so they could sample.
Yeah.
Hey,
that's right.
finding
Yeah,
and
they just
believing.
sampled it.
I am seeing a lot of I could hear you play all day. This guy's a monster.
How about this one? I got one. I got one for you. We already mentioned this one, but you're gonna have to figure it out. Okay. Hang on, baby.
There was a recent lawsuit over this song. Yeah, if you put that into the mic, they're gonna get it. Oh, so close, so close. The first word in the song is stay, S-T-A-Y. And for everyone saying got to give it up, Marvin, no, I know, but it technically is the exact beat in BPM. Yep, there we go. Vinny Pagano got it. But please don't stop. That feels so good. Vinny Pagano, congrats, brother. Let's see.
And that was before.
Stay with me tonight.
That was before you got to give it up, I think. Yeah. So there.
Let's see. We got that was Dougal Chancellor. There we go. Oh, actually, yeah, okay, he got it too. Jeffrey Osborne. All right.
I gotta beat the. I'll send this pair of drumsticks. How's about that? Personally, I'll send them
Yes.
to whoever. Okay. Let's see if you can get this one.
Feel no fret.
The winner.
We got Kai. Feel no fret. I think she's using Shazam. I can name that song in one beat. Shazam.
Could be because it starts off with that. So. Yeah.
Awesome. Great job, Kai. I believe this is your second shirt, so maybe. Oh, no, this is a pair of sticks. All right, Kai, we're going to get your email and send you those sticks and the shirt for, I believe you want another one. If not, my bad. Let's see, Drum Kit said the police. No, but definitely in the cut. Through osmosis.
We did that before the police.
Yes. Let's see. Steve Miller. Nice. True. And we have some more Stay With Me Tonight's coming in. Let's see. Oh, Kai also said, let's go round again.
No.
Right. That was earlier.
That was kind of straight.
Well, that was super fun.
Yeah.
Do you want to kick any other ones or?
Man, that's a good
I don't know anymore.
Yeah.
You only got one pair of sticks. Oh.
Yeah.
You only got one pair of sticks to give a guy. Look at
Hands.
that.
Come on, Bonham.
Any requests out there?
Yeah. Do we have any requests? In 30 seconds. Let's see.
It's so nice everybody to show up. I mean, I guess they got nothing else to do, really. I mean, you know, it's just thinking.
Yeah.
So what should we do today? Okay, well, let's go and have a look. Steve Ferrone's doing a drum clinic. Okay, I guess we could go see that. What do you think?
Oh, okay. Here's one. So Tomo says, please ask Steve about "I'm Gonna Make You Love Me" live. Played his ass off on that tune.
What?
I'm gonna make you love me.
Which one? I'm gonna make. Not that. I never played that. Which one?
You hear that, Tomo? We'll come back to that one. Let's see if he's.
I'm gonna make you love me.
No, he's saying. Whoa! Now people are flying in. Okay, we got. Whoa! I can't even keep up. We got Cut the Cake.
Yeah.
Break Do. Cut the cake. Oh man, gosh. Yeah, that is amazing, man. That kind of cleaned my slate. Hey, Brad H wants to know. Oh no, he wants you to please play the beginning of "Here Comes My Girl."
Is that a? Here comes a girl. Na, 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 na. Oh, wait a second. Here comes a girl. Yeah, that is it. Is it? Was I right? I don't know. You have to ask them. Was I right? Here comes a girl. Here comes a girl.
I think that was "You Got Lucky."
That's You Got Lucky. Here comes a girl. Hold on. With my phone. This is a good thing about a telephone. Nowadays.
Let's see. Eddie Everett is asking, please ask how he plays those one-handed 16th notes so fast and relaxed.
Yeah, well, I use it. I kind of use it.
Oh, here,
Huh? You know, sometimes I get started on something like that and I get a few bars into it and I wish I hadn't started.
but the real answer is, how does he do it? Like a champ. That's how he does it.
I just stubborn, refuse to give up, and I'm not going to look stupid.
Hey, I've got another question. This is, let's see, from Jorge Castro Cook. Says, how's the mix of the bandmates regarding the EDrums? This is a question for the band.
Ah.
Good. Yeah, very fantastic. That's why I said I'm going ahead and I'm sampling them all right now. So it's like
Yeah.
he's just playing the grooves, no band, so I can just sample the drums.
Yeah. I hope you guys can hear that, but obviously it's a positive response.
You
But
got lucky you wanted, right? No? What was it you was looking for?
here comes my girl.
Oh, here comes my girl.
Or
Okay.
there goes my girl. We're stuck on You Got Lucky.
I know. Here comes my girl. Here comes the girl.
In regards to that last question, Jorge, I'm playing these things in environments now. Like I'm doing sessions with them, and they feel super, super real to me. Like I first started playing them at NAMM. I had done some videos for the company for Artesia,
Oh, got it.
and then
Sorry.
and was feeling them in the room just through these two little monitors behind me. And once I got to hear them up close, I was like kind of blown away by it. And that and the lack of latency, it's really good processing, and I think it's kind of minimal processing. So it's like it snaps exactly when you hit it.
Ready?
Yep. Kill the mic. Yes.
Yeah. And then the bridge. How's that?
That was beautiful. I think the song's still playing in your phone too. It's coming through that mic.
So also a follow-up to that, in my ears, it just sounds amazing. It sounds like a studio kit that's mixed really, really well, and it just inspires you to play. You know,
Yeah.
the just the sound and the feel of it just makes it real, real nice.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to do a little intro of the guys in the band?
Oh, yeah, I could do that. Right, let's start at the very beginning. I'm going to start with the people that I know the least. Bobby Cressy on the keyboards there, doing a wonderful job. Oh, sorry, Bobby Cressy on the keyboards there. I got my radio voice back. On vocals and guitar, Michael Moaz. I said that right? Moaz. Mose. Like Mose Allison. Mose Allison. That was a bad. On the saxophone. He played in my band. He's on my records, on my live records there. Just an amazing player from down here. The young Jason Weber. He's always going to be the young Jason Weber. He's been friends for 20 years now, must be. God, that's a long time. Yeah. The only person that I've known longer than you is young James East, Nathan East's baby brother, who's twice his size. He got all the milk.
And they all still try to beat me up.
He tried to beat you up.
Man, they still think they can beat me up.
Nathan tried to beat you up. The fool. What a fool.
And Marcel too. I mean, all of them. They just stick their,
I mean, if he asked me to come and help him, I wouldn't.
No, you beat me up with those. Look at that. Look at that.
Hey, I got one. Speaking of beat up, Tyson Fury
Yes,
or Anthony Joshua.
That's difficult. That's a difficult one because Fury's just. I mean, he's what they call a pikey. He's a gypsy.
Right.
They can fight. Those guys can fight. And Joshua's a great boxer.
Woo! Oh man.
It's a toss up for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like Joshua's gonna do it.
He's an amazing boxer. He's a great boxer.
Yeah.
He's
And
a-
both
yeah.
Brits and both making that side
You
proud.
know, I got to say something because I heard something that kind of aggravated me this morning. I mean, I was aggravated enough. You know, I was when I came down here and I forgot my in-ears. You know, I came all the way down from Los Angeles to San Diego, and I thought, well, you know, I just come down and relax, and I went to sleep about 10 o'clock, and I woke up about 3 o'clock in the morning, and I was laying there, and I thought, yeah, man, looking forward to tomorrow and everything. Did I pack my in-ears? Oh my God, I forgot my in-ears. So I had to drive 2 hours up to Los Angeles and pick up my in-ears and drive all the way back down. And while I was driving down, I was listening to the BBC radio. Right? And I'm going to say something here that I'm sure somebody's going to get pissed off in here. Right? There were these singers on there, right? And they were talking about singer-songwriters, and they were talking about writing songs and everything. And they were talking about, well, my pianist and my drummer, right? And I'm saying they have names. Right? And I don't think you own them. I think, you know, you should be grateful to them. You know, Tom Petty always introduced me as Steve Ferrone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Never said my drummer on drums, Steve
Yeah.
Ferrone. And so if any of you assholes are out there, I just want you to know that I was listening to you this morning and I'm pissed. And I'm going to send James East round to kick your ass. So that's it.
So Tyson Fury or Anthony Joshua? Come on. I put money on this on your behalf. So that
Well, yeah, I mean,
I'm
you
just
know,
playing.
listen, I have this friend who's got a boxing gym, right? And he's got James, I think his name is James K.O. Knock Me Out Tomey or something like
James
that.
Comey, yeah.
Yeah, James Knockout Tomey or
Yeah.
something like that.
He did one MMA fight too.
Yeah, well, I sent my picture, my boxing picture. I look pretty good, but I'm not really a good boxer. And I said, tell him that Steve Knock Out Your Socks Ferrone wants a piece of him.
Yeah.
And he put it on his webpage.
You better start training.
I better start running. I don't know about training. I'm not going to stop and fight that guy. I'll run. I might outrun him. Well, I never know about that, really.
Out swimming.
Is out swimming? Yeah, get in the sea. Just come on.
Yeah. Well, hey, it has been an absolute honor and a pleasure to have you in here. I know we're going to play another song, but I just wanted to tell you thank you, all you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And thank you
for coming
thank you.
out on behalf of Artesia Pro.
And these drums are wonderful. Check them out if you get a chance to check them out. Have a little play of them somewhere. And,
Yeah.
well, now they're here.
Yeah.
You'll be able to go and check them out.
And thank you for proving that proof is in the pudding
Yeah.
for us,
Yeah.
because
I've had a lot of fun playing them.
it's amazing to hear you play them. And
Thank you.
Really appreciate it. Just a little word from our sponsors. No, EFNOTE Media put this on today. Great company. EFNOTE Drums, obviously. Artesia Pro. If you go to artesia-pro.com, you can get info on this EFNOTE 5 drum set. You can also reach out to me at mikeb@artesia-pro.com. And the new guy podcast, right?
New guy show.
Yeah, he's got a new new guy show.
Sirius Radio, Sirius XM, Channel 31, Tom Petty Radio.
Awesome. Yeah.
I said that really good now, don't I? And, I got the radio voice and everything going.
Anyone you want.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, thank
It's
you
only
everybody
been
in
2
the
weeks.
in the chat room. Thank you for participating, blowing this thing up. We went. It was supposed to be a 500 capacity show, and we went way above that. So really, really proud of this, and looking forward to the next one. Hey, thank you again to Tris Imboden and John Paris that did the first episode. That one was killer.
Hey, Tris.
So fun.
Hey, John.
Yeah, and we love you guys to pieces, and really looking forward to the future. And if you have questions about buying the EFNOTE 5, reach out to your local drum dealer. Wherever you buy drums, reach out to them, see if they have the kits. If they don't have the kits, order the kit. We're shipping. All right? Steve Ferrone, everyone.
Yes, sir.
Nice
Amazing.
one, guys.
Yeah, man. Thanks again. Hey, one other thing. I went up to his place. He treated me so good. He brought me tea and biscuits.
Tea and biscuits.
He
Thank you.
FaceTimed my mom and charmed her. That was just amazing. I love this guy.
The fool, he didn't know. Me and Mum's, you know.
Hey, she's listening, buddy.
I got a number and we're going out next week, aren't we, darling?
Trying to get that money.
Oh, I guess they might want to.
You'll be calling me Dad before you know it.
So many boxers in the family, by the way, and yeah, you don't talk like that about my mom. So we'll see. Anyways, at his expense, you're going to Venmo, send a little request so he can buy you one of our drum sets. Steve's going to buy everyone in the audience a round of our drum sets.
Just one? Hey. Oh, that was like 3 or 4.
Good night, everyone. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Michael.